Dikembe Mutombo, and McGrady was sensational. So they can live with McGrady and Yao Ming being great, but they're trying to take their role players out of the game.
And this is Yao Ming, and Nowitzki gave them plenty of breathing space.
So they're plus 12 points there, plus 8 at the three-point line, and they forced 8 turnovers for 13 points. Their speed is beating them at every angle.
McGrady finds Yao inside, and Yao's
guys, Dampier inside, Nowitzki's playing more as a power forward, so they've gone back to more conventional defenses than they've played in the past.
Howard after the steal, made the basket, and hits the free throw, so completes the three-point play, a career playoff high of 19. And McGrady spoon-feeding Yao, and a foul, and Josh Howard may have gotten caught up.
He has 26 fouls, so it's like a chain reaction when you let guys get in the lane. But Yao Ming cannot allow Dampier to play him even, or the Rockets will go home today.
Dampier right now with 6 and 7 rebounds, and the Rockets are shooting 49%.
When McGrady is playing Nowitzki, Nowitzki's not playing McGrady. The advantage then when Dallas has in the open floor.
9 lead changes in 9 ties. Under 6 to play in regulation. McGrady's got a game-high 32 over Stackhouse.
They've got Dampier with 2 fouls, Yao Ming with 0 fouls. They've been to the line 6 times as McGrady knocks down the jumper.
By the general manager of the Rockets, Carol Dawson. Lots of shuffling on this ball club. They have certainly changed their personality from the start of the season. Here is James again.
Well, Nowitzki and Finley score 20-plus points apiece.
17 on the shot clock, as I mentioned. Mavericks do have a foul to give. Yao Ming backing his way and stuffs the sensational 32-point game the other night.
Obviously, Houston has paid a lot of attention here to him tonight, but their other guys on the perimeter have played quite well.
Yao Ming once again. Well, the Mavericks now lead 92-87. Are you saying they changed the rules in the playoffs?
Well, you know what? I mean, you want to call me out, that's fine. Fourth quarter down the stretch, even in a regular season game, it's supposed to be a more blatant foul to call it.
Yao Ming, yes, and the foul.
Got to hurry up.
McGrady. Now McGrady to the rim. They let him go. It's down to a 2-point game.
In there, he's guarding Josh Howard. Josh Howard cannot settle for a long three-point shot. He's got to put the pressure on him and drive the ball. Dikembe will give him those long jump shots.
Here's Wesley, Sura for their first lead.
The fewest points in the paint in the league, only 30 a game.
Mike James, McGrady, Ferry, Mutombo, and Bowen, the Rocket 5. We've only had 2 3-point hits in this game, both by Dallas. Here's McGrady. Dancing with Howard. And by Nowitzki.
I think that the team that wins this game is going to win the series. I know that there's really been no home court, but I think that if Paget line up a 3, which is a great sense. Nowitzki's 4-14 for 16 points. What an incredible win it would be for Dallas.
It's Tracy McGrady. And Wesley for 3. It's a
the big man from the Rockets. That tells you it was a small game in the first half. Dallas won the small game.
Rockets are up 2 games to none in this best-of-7 series. Bob Sura, who has already equaled playoff career highs in the first half, gives the Tracy McGrady's best game in this first-round series. Dallas plus 13 points from the line tonight. McGrady. 3 bites in that goes down.
The Rockets are the best in the league at guarding that painted area.
Nowitzki coming off a horrible shooting first game. A toss away right there. Here comes Bob Sura the other way, working around Howard. And Bowen starting for a second consecutive playoff game. This is Yao Ming against Dampier.
Expect him to get the first quarter, so when Yao Ming goes out, he'll have enough energy to then take over the game. This was very, very important for the Rockets to get this kind of work out of Yao Ming here to start this game.
Talk about urgency. You talk about energy as Wesley takes it and feeds to Bowen. They get 2 right there. He should have.
And he should be the star in that, because you talk about a guy with pride and professionalism. I know Cheryl has got to be back in San Antonio. Proud of baby brother. She's waiting for us to get there, but I know she's very proud of Reggie tonight.
We start the second quarter. Mike James, who played on that Piston championship team a season ago with Wesley, John Barry, Mutombo, and McGrady remains in the game. Here comes Wesley, slashing inside.
When he's making...
Devin Harris has come back in the game for Dallas, the rookie from Wisconsin with Van Horn. Nowitzki, Stackhouse, Finley. A free by Keith Van Horn. A rebound by Michael Finley, but it's picked up by James. And they're out there with Barry, James, Bowen, Mutombo in the game for Yao, and Tracy McGrady. Well, McGrady is really intense.
Yeah, he was upset because they weren't running the play that was called. The play was called right there was for him to get an open jump shot, so he put his personality.
Check in the next stoppage of play. Devin Harris, a screen from Dampier. The mismatch on Mutombo. Dirk Nowitzki continuing to struggle. 4 of 16 tonight.
Well, you just rarely see him have 2 bad shooting games in a row.
He's missed his last 7. Mike James. Nice off the glass.
Got to be involved. You're the best player on the floor. You got to lead your team home.
So the Rockets had a 7-0 lead to cut it to a 1-point game. Mavericks on a 6-0 run that extends their lead to 7 with 5.5 to play. And this is Mike James.
Look at again, Nowitzki just running all over the floor, not even guarding Ryan Bowen. Bowen cannot hide.
McGrady is 8 of 15 with 24. Shot clock is down to 5. Now Nowitzki on McGrady.
Come on.
What a shot by Tracy McGrady.
If you don't shoot it with confidence, chances are you're not going to get great results.
Now's got 31. McGrady's got 26. Nowitzki's got 24. 1:15 to play. We're tied for the 8th time at 109. John Barry. McGrady to Yao. That's happened all night long. A great assist for teammate.
Step back and hit a brilliant shot. Last possession here, Rockets to win the game.
To take a 2-0 lead. Oh, Tracy McGrady.
Michael Finley creating opportunities for Dirk. The game is all of a sudden easier because of the depth of this basketball team.
Finley still chasing McGrady out there. David Wesley with 6 to shoot. Around a pick by Yao, and Wesley knocks it out. And he handles against Devin Harris. Mike James, who's done a good job in relief at the point for the Rockets. Here's McGrady with Stackhouse on it. Tracy McGrady sent. Keith Van Horn. And the rebound to Wesley. 56% shooting by the Rockets so far in the half. This from a team that shot 44% during the regular season.
And the great thing about it is if you're going to be successful in the playoffs on the road, you have to take the crowd out of the game immediately, and the Rockets have done that this afternoon.
5 on the shot clock. It's Mutombo guarded by Nowitzki. McGrady against Howard. A 3 for Tracy McGrady.
That's going to be able to be a little bit physical with T-Mac, and the referees are going to allow him the room to put an arm or something on T-Mac because he has to be contained.
Bob Sura.
The history with Dirk Nowitzki is people think he's just a jump shooter. Recently, all of a sudden, I put him on the block and he's made plays. Well, guess what? In game 1, he has turned into a jump shooter once again.
Here goes McGrady against Howard. Out. Jason Terry returns. Houston, the ball still up 7 as Yao Ming came up with a sensational defensive play at the other end, getting Jerry Stackhouse shot and wiping it out. And now Yao scores in the post. Scored his playoff career high in this game. We've got 5 on the shot clock.
Dirk Nowitzki is going to have to find a way to get going offensively to give his team a chance to win this game down the stretch.
Mike James at the point for the Rockets. Terry guards him. James away from the Mutombo pick. Nice move by Mike James.
Get everything up. Jerome James hasn't seen the basketball yet. Wesley brings it up the court. David Wesley down to Yao Ming. Great pass to Weatherspoon. He better get used to that shot a moment ago after after, number 3 in the league. I think he's taken another step forward this season.
I think he's taken another step forward in the last 2 weeks from where he had been up until then.
Down to Yao, the top and go right behind him, and he tried to let Yao have some room and fall down. His body had a little loaned him that clean from the 70s night. Block by Mutombo sets off a fast break for Houston. Paget on the outside. David Wesley gives it up to Bowen now. Sets up Paget with a beautiful look. Well, I thought Jermaine O'Neal really had some good points to make. There's Mike James with a 3-point. Oh, that was back when they played 2-hour games, Coach.
Oh, yeah, they played. They got out the pictures.
You might have worked half a day now.
Oh, yeah. The day you got to have 7 pitchers to complete a game. You got to warm them up. The thing that drives me the most is how they take the gloves off. Batting gloves in the batting box.
Mike James just
because he thinks he's going to make plays. Bobby served from the past time. He gave us toughness. And then David Westbrook gave us just tremendous defense with a good outside shot.
And then Mike James was kind of the icing on the cake. Fox is headed to Europe next week, and there's some European championships that will be played, and the Rockets will be looking at all of those European players with the draft, NBA draft coming up this year. The Rockets, I believe, have the 23rd pick. John Barry with another.
Whatever the combination, it is working. Just like Elton's jumper.
They just pretty much redid the entire roster this year. I mean, they kept Yao Ming. That's about it.
Yeah, only 3 guys come back from last year. Weatherspoon, Ming, and Scott Paget.
Yao scores.
And that's what produced the timeout. I mean, Jeff Van Gundy did not like the fact that Elton Brand not only got by Yao Ming, but that no Rocket was there to help and meet him at the rim.
Sura works at long range now. McGrady.
He's been on fire.
Weatherspoon again.
He's
back as you look at Kerry Kittles and Chris Kaman on the sidelines. Gary gets to go home, see some family in Louisiana tonight. Tracy McGrady works against Hugh Ross. Didn't think a whole lot of offense and by 16.
I wasn't there to defend myself. Were you taking another shot at me?
Absolutely not. Would never do that if you didn't have your headset on and couldn't defend yourself.
Did you say I was somewhat like the owner of the Rockets? That's all I thought.
No, I did not.
What did you say?
You got to pay attention, Mike Smith. I'm going to buy you 2 votes. That was McGrady hits and scores.
It was over in the 2 against Charlotte. That's 8 victories more they could have had. This team was only 13 and 15 about 2 months into the season.
McGrady has it against Quentin Ross. They let some time expire. 4 seconds separate the shot and the game clock. Brand came out to show a little double. And Sura takes advantage and scores.
He went down, made the shot at the other end. He's had a nice year for the Clippers, has Quentin Ross.
He certainly has.
Uh-oh, this guy's back in the game.
And McGrady returns, number 1 in white.
I thought you said the law had already kicked in. Why is Van Gundy putting McGrady and Ming in together?
Yao Ming, he has 24.
And that's why he forced that one up. 7.5 minutes. James just on the edge of the left guard.
Well, I guess they're going to go to McGrady against Naharad, although they switched. That's a good switch by the Nuggets. Same size. Just go ahead and switch off and let Carmelo guard him.
Wow. Over Nahara nails the.
Man's going to go get it and throw it down on someone's head.
2:45 to go in the first half. The Rockets' leading scorer and the leading rebounder, both off their bench. Mutombo, their leading rebounder. James, their leading scorer. James watching right now. And here's Wesley's 3. 48-47. Wind down the NBA regular season, head for the playoffs next week. All the action, of course, going to be covered by ESPN and TNT, the ABC. right through to the finals. And Yao Ming puts it down. The margin is 12 again. The Nuggets at the Suns as the action continues out west. At 48-31, Houston and Denver tied right now. James on the floor for Houston. Padgett attacks, and it's a dozen.
And during the process of rehabilitating it, found out that he had a viral infection in his heart muscle, and so he is lost to the Rockets for the rest of the year. And that three by Mike James.